Hello and welcome. My name is Wilson. We're doing a Rivals over Ixalan draft. Rivals of Ixalan? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Well, a couple of cards are standing out here, but they're not really cards that I want to be taking. There's a Sadistic Sky Marcher, which is fine. What I've noticed from the drafts that I've done, Black-White, not very good. Haven't had great success with them. So there is that. There's the Swift Warden, which is great. 3 mana, 3/3 with Flash. Hexproof on the turn it comes in or protects something else. And then Bombard, which is just a good removal spell. Everything else here is pretty ook. What I'm going to take here is I'm going to take... Oh boy. I'm going to take the Sadistic Sky Marcher for a couple of reasons. One, I know that Black-White is not great, but one thing that I've learned from Rivals is that you need to kind of reevaluate the tribal components of the set, and from that I mean, don't just make like, oh, Sadistic Sky Marcher, guess I'm going to be vampires, and then just go a whole hog after vampires. And you have to kind of reevaluate and relearn the format. We got kind of dumbed down during Rivals, where we were just like, I'm all dinosaurs, or I'm all pirates. Sometimes that's good. Like here, I think I'm going to be taking this Voracious Vampire. But because I don't want to be taking Dire Fleet Neckbreaker, because I don't see myself having a lot of pirates, and this isn't that great. But, if you can draft a good, black-blue deck, which I'm seeing the Sailor of Means here, which is very tempting. Maybe it's Sailor of Means. I don't know. I'm going to take the Sailor of Means. If you can draft like a good blue-black deck, do it. Do it. Draft that good blue-black deck. And, if there's vampires in it, great. If there's not, this guy costs 4 mana 2/2 flying lifelink. That's good. Stick a Telenali's Crown on it or something. I don't know. You do you. We're going to take this Deadeye Brawler because now that we're black-blue, we're going to get paid. I'm looking at this Needletooth Raptor, and I feel a little bit of regret not taking the Dire Fleet Neckbreaker, but at the same time, we would have had a Vampire, a Dire Fleet Neckbreaker, which is good with pirates, and then this Needletooth Raptor, which is Dinosaur Vampire Pirate. And that's not good. And with this, at least, we can now set up for, a good mid-range controlling deck. I'm a little bummed to pass this Kitesail Corsair, which only the other day I realized the orientation of the ground, where this guy is upside down. That's kind of cool. I'm going to take this Deadeye Brawler and be pretty happy with it, especially since we're picking up a second one. Ooh la la! Let's do that. Passing a Hornswoggle, which I think is great in this type of deck. Arterial Flow is something that I've been really impressed with, especially since Rivals is significantly slower. It's still pretty fast, but it's significantly slower than Triple Ixalan. Mistcloak Herald is fine. Someone put a Sea Legs onto my Sailor of Means the other day, and that wasn't a good play. But I'm going to take this Deadeye Brawler and be pretty happy with this blue-black, mid-range deck that we got brewing here. All right, what do I see here? Well, seeing something like a Merfolk Mistbinder this late could show, hey, Merfolk is open, but Merfolk's not very great. I don't like drafting them. I don't like playing them. I don't really like anything about them in this format. So cards I'm looking at here are cards like the Deadeye Rig Hauler, the Dusk Charger, the Vampire Revenant. The Evolving Wilds is really good. We're going to have a good way to... some good means to splash here. Also, Dinosaur Hunter has just been really, really impressive, being able to take down big dinos. I think I'm going to take this Dinosaur Hunter and be pretty happy with it. Ooh, see, we're getting so paid. This is so great. Siren Reaver is going to be the pick here. Just even if it's a 4 mana 3/2, goes with our 4 mana 2/2. like, it's just a good card. Also, like, you can do things like, you know, swing your Sailor of Means into their 2/2 and then play it for 3, and, you know, or swing your Dinosaur Hunter in, play it on 3. So we're going to take this. There is also a Fathom Fleet Border, which I found to be really good, even if you're taking the 2 damage. Negate Grasping Scoundrel is fine, but we're going to take this Siren Reaver. Here there is a Counterspell. There is an Evolving Wilds, a Traveler's Amulet, and a Voracious Vampire. I'm not going to take this Voracious Vampire just on the sole consideration of making this guy cheaper or pumping this guy up to a 3/3 Flying Lifelink Menace. So I don't think I'm going to be taking that here. Even the 2/2 Menace body isn't super great. I'm going to take this Evolving Wilds. One thing about the blue-black deck that is great is that it has flyers, but then it also has cards like Mark of the Vampire, which we're going to see in Pack 3. Hopefully we're going to see in Pack 3, which we can stick onto things like Voracious Vampires or, you know, what's the Slippery Scoundrel? The 3-mana 2/2 Hexproof, can't be blocked when you have City's Blessing. So here, there's a Silvergill Adept, which is pretty good, and I don't know how many Merfolk we're going to be getting, and 5 mana for a 2/1 draw card is not great. So I think I'm going to just take this Arterial Flow. If we do pick up a couple of, you know, vampires to just play with, you know, that they're just on the battlefield and we can play it and gain some life, that's good. Otherwise, you know, just a Mind Rod is fine. Here we see a Fathom Fleet Border come back. I'm more than happy to pick that up. Curving Dinosaur Hunter into Border is great, and even just playing a 3/3 for 3 is where we want to be. Gleaming Barrier is something that, you know, is kind of a necessary evil. You know, if you're playing against one of those big dino decks, you know, something like this, or something, you know, not like a big dino, but like a red-white hyper-aggressive deck, we want this, but I don't think that we're going to be main decking it. Even though Gruesome Fate is completely unplayable, we're going to take it here just to show our player to our left, hey, we're not in green, red at all, so you can just go after those, and just showing, like, you know, those colors are open and don't take any of my stuff. I'm going to take this Negate, passing a Sworn Guardian. I guess we're going to rare draft. Rares are fine. And I'm going to take this basic land to show red is open, take your red cards, take them early, take them often. Alright, well, this is fine so far. We got pretty paid off with a couple of Deadeye Brawlers. We have some good fixing with Sailor of Means and Evolving Wilds. A couple of flyers. And a couple of good bodies on the ground. So I definitely like where we're at. If we had picked up that Needletooth Raptor, we could have lived the dream and picked up this Forerunner of the Empire. As it is, I'm going to take a different Forerunner. I'm going to take this Forerunner of the Coalition and be really happy about that, seeing as how we have, you know, 2 really good 4-drop pirates that we can curve into. Sorry, 3 really good 4-drop pirates we can curve into. And then also just some pirates to, you know, like if they're playing against dinosaurs, maybe we want to grab this Hunter. If we want to, you know, fix our mana or ramp us a little bit, we can pick up the Sailor of Means. But I'm very happy picking this up. The actual combo being here in the pack, I didn't even realize this Polyraptor was here. I just, you know, glazed right over it. But the actual combo here, and if you guys haven't, guys or girls, whoever may be watching this, haven't seen this combo before, you play Forerunner, you get the Polyraptor, you play the Polyraptor, it deals 1 to itself, and then creates a copy, which the copy comes into play and deals 1 to itself, and you just make copy after copy after copy, and it's great. Speaking of great, I'm going to pick up this Azor's Gateway. I haven't had a chance to really play this yet in a deck that is geared for it. By that I mean, I've had it before, but it was in kind of an aggressive deck, and so I never really got a chance to play it and activate it. So we're going to pick this up here, passing not really much of anything. I like the Spirewinder. You know, just being able to play a 3/4 in the air is really good. It stops the 2/5 Vigilance Dinosaur Flyer. It stops things like Vampire Revenants, you know, Siren Reavers, all kinds of great things. But we're going to pick up this mythic rare so we can loot a few times and maybe transform it. I don't know. Do some great things. Do some great things. So we have a choice here. We can pick up the Kitesail Corsair, which is just a 2/1 flyer when it's attacking for 2, which is great. It's a pirate, fantastic. There's also a Resplendent Griffin. So this is also a 2/2 flyer, but it's for 3. But if we have the City's Blessing, whenever it attacks, it becomes a 3/3, then a 4/4, so on and so forth. It also has a parrot head. I'm going to take the Kitesail Corsair. This isn't really the card that I'm looking to splash. The cards that I'm looking to splash are like the Charging Monstrosaur in pack 3. If we pick up, say, like a Vona in pack 3, we can splash that. Say we, I don't know, get past a Profane Procession. We're kind of past the point where we could be taking it out of this pack. I want to be splashing that. I don't really want to be splashing a 2/2 flyer for 3. There is a mythic rare in this pack, and it is in our colors, but it's not very great. The Time Stream Navigator. I don't think we're going to be picking up that. There's also a Hornswoggle, Dinosaur Hunter, some more mana fixing, but I'm going to take this blue removal spell, this Claustrophobia in disguise. And, why not? Why water not? So we're going to pick up that, and passing things like Recover, Vampire Revenant, Hunters. Kind of bummed to see this Hornswoggle go. Maybe it wheels. That would be really great. But we're going to pick that up. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Another good pickup here with the Kitesail Corsair. More than happy to pick that up. Just get more, bodies into the air while we hold the ground down with 2/4 death touches and 3/3s. So more than happy to pick that up, especially at this part in the draft. And yet another one. Okay. All right. It's also an Awakened Amalgam. It could be right now a 3/3 if we don't crack this Evolving Wilds and we have Island Swamp. So I think we're going to pass on this and pick up this Kitesail Corsair, passing up on some more mana fixing. Lots of Evolving Wilds. Lots of Evolving Wilds going by. So there is a really powerful card with Crested Herd Caller in this pack, but I don't know if we're going to be able to facilitate a double splash, a double green splash on here. I'm kind of eyeballing this Highland Lake in case we do pick up like a Charging Monstrosaur in pack 3. There is another Evolving Wilds. Here's the chicken that we were talking about, but the 2/5 that the Spirewinder can block pretty easily. I think I'm going to take this Evolving Wilds. I think it's a little better than Highland Lake. If we do want to splash for Mountain, we can still do that. And this gives us a little bit just more flexibility with our deck. We're looking at Deadeye Rig Hauler or a Secrets of the Golden City in this pack. The upside of Rig Hauler is that we do have a lot of evasive attacking creatures. It is a pirate to go with our Forerunner of the Coalition. But Secrets of the Golden City, it looks like we're going to want to get to the City's Blessing with the Deadeye Brawler. That said, I don't think it's really necessary to pick up this card draw when we have Azor's Gateway. So I'm going to pick up this Deadeye Rig Hauler and, look to be maybe a little bit more aggressive of a deck than what I was planning on being. I was planning on being more of like a, kind of grindy blue-black deck, but picking up all these Kitesail Corsairs, it looks like we're going to actually be attacking. I'm going to pick up another Deadeye Rig Hauler here. I'm kind of bummed that we, missed out on the Secrets of the Golden City and picked up one when one was going to wheel, but that's okay. I'm going to pick up this Negate, another one for the board. Wow, no love for the Resplendent Griffin. There's a Sworn Guardian and a Orazca Relic. I kind of like this Orazca Relic. It's a good magic card. Good magic card. I'm going to take the Resplendent Griffin just on the chance that we're going to splash it. Cool. I'm glad this Hornswoggle wheeled. But yeah, just on the chance that we splash this, I'm happier having this than having a Orazca Relic. Pick up a foil rare. Bam. Doing it. Get all of our basic lands going. All right. Okay. Walk the Plank. Very good card. Vanquisher's Banner. So this might actually be the pick because look at this. Pirate. 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 Vampire. Pirate. Pirate, 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 pirate. Alright, so we have 12 pirates in our deck. So we want to ask ourselves, do we value a Vanquisher's Banner or a removal spell more? We don't really have much in the way of removal spells. Whoops. So the only removal spells we have are like Water Knot, kind of Hornswoggle, and End of List. So I'm going to pick up this Walk the Plank. This is a sweet card, and this would be sweet in our deck. But Walk the Plank is just more necessary at this point. Well, I was going to say that this was going to be a blank of a pack, but then I saw Vanquish the Weak, so we're going to be more than happy taking that. Passing up literally nothing else for us. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat is fine, but not really where I want to be. It's better in a red-black deck when you're playing things like Forerunner of the Empire, the red dinosaur one. So, like, you play a small red dinosaur, you ping everything for one, you play the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, and then you can just kill whatever you want. But we're going to take this Vanquish the Weak, add that to our removal spell suite, and, be pretty happy with that. Love this overflowing insight. Love it, but I don't think that we can take it when there's a Siren Lookout in the pack as well. So we're going to be taking that, sort these back by converted mana cost. And yeah, this is a playable card now with Rivals, and haven't yet cast it, but it's very good. Ooh, a Seeker Squire. Okay, okay. Passing up something like Water Trap Weaver, Shaper's Apprentice, and some other dirtily cards. Costly Plunder is fine. I'd be more than happy to take this on the wheel if there's nothing else here. But I'm going to take this Seeker Squire. Be very happy with it. Alright, well, we're not going to take this Anointed Deacon because we actually have only one vampire. While it is a good vampire to pump up, I don't feel like that this is where we want to be at. I'm going to take this Shipwreck Looter. There is a River Snick. But we're not going to take that. There is also Spell Pierce here. Snick! I'm going to take this Shipwreck Looter. Be able to loot away some things. Alright, we actually have a pretty close pick here. There's Lookout's Dispersal, which with this many pirates in our deck is going to be a two mana counterspell the majority of the time. There's also a Water Trap Weaver, which we are looking to be more of an aggressive deck, and Water Trap Weaver does lend itself to that. Let's see. We have 16 creatures. We can just push something out of the way in the air. I think with 16 creatures, I think I want this Lookout's Dispersal. It might be a little crazy, but I think that's where we're at. So we're going to take Lookout's Dispersal. Wow, Stormfleet Aerialist this late? That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. I think that we can ditch this Arterial Flow. We're not... Arterial Flow is more of like a, mid-range grindy, like pure card advantage type of card. And it is a little bit better in Vampires. I mean, the Drain of 2, it's not going to make or break whether or not I'm going to play this card. But, so what you should read it as is 1 black, each opponent discards 2 cards, and then maybe sometimes you'll get the Drain. But, don't stop you from playing that card, but I just don't think it fits well into this deck. Deadeye Tormentor, while it's good, I don't think that this is where we want to be at. But that said, there's nothing else for us in this pack, so I'm going to put this Deadeye Tormentor into our sideboard. Be pretty happy with it. Shorekeeper is another card that has been really impressive with the new set. Just serving that role that the Gleaming Barrier serves, where it shuts down the more aggressive decks, but then also it just allows you to Ancestral later on in the game. So I'm going to take that. I think it's better than the boat, and we're not going to be playing Unclaimed Territory, so we'll take that. Nothing for us here except a rare. Take that rare. I'll take this Spreading Rot in case our opponent tries to go off with some kind of crazy flip card. Shaper's Apprentice, we'll take that. We'll take this and this and also this. All right, this is a good-looking little deck. I'm very happy with it. The only thing that I'm a little bummed out about with it is that there's not a great top end, and I'm kind of hoping to shore that up with our flyers. But our top end is definitely lacking, and it's also lacking cards like the Slippery Scoundrel or a little bit of reach like a Mark of the Vampire. But it's got some good removal, and it's got some good creatures. Question is, do we want to play 17 land or 16 land? And I think I want to be playing 16 land. And I think to do that, we're going to also play this Deadeye Tormentor. I was saying that he's not a great body. After he picks a card from our opponent's hand, it is just a 2/2 on the battlefield. 2/2, no abilities. So it's fine. Alright, so we're looking at a double blue, double black, some blue-black at the top end. We have some great fixings, so I think that we're just going to do a splitsies here of 7/7. Yeah. We're not going to splash for this Resplendent Griffin. We only got one Sailor of Means. We have the 2 Evolving Wilds and a chance to cast it off the Sanctum of the Sun. But I just don't think that that's where we want to be. So I'm going to save this deck, and we will be back for round 1. Round 1. All right. See y'all then.